Good morning, students. Today we will start our same topic, Indian economic of the eve of independence. Before that, we will start just recap of the previous session. Just introduction about the Indian economic of the eve of independence, origin of the British rule. So after the Battle of Plassey fought in 1757, the British rule was started in India. Basic purpose of the British rule is the trading, and at the time of the British rule, low level of economic development under colonial rule, low level of national income and per capita income. And what was the effect of the agriculture sector during the colonial rule? So main reasons of the stagnations in the agriculture sector: first, land settlement system; second, commercialization of agriculture; third, low level of productivity; fourth, scarcity of investment; and next topic was industrial sector. It means what was the condition of the industrial sector during the colonial period. First, deindustrialization, we can say decline of the handicraft industry, that is the twofold policy. Second is the adverse effect of the decline in handicraft industry. Among this, high level of unemployment, import of finished goods is there. Third point is the lack of the capital goods industry. Fourth, low contribution of the gross domestic product. Fifth, limited role of the public sector. That is the just recap of the previous session or previous video. Now, today we will start. The next topic is foreign trade. It means what is the condition of the foreign trade during the colonial period. So, India has been an important trading nation since the ancient time. However, the restrictive policies adopted by the colonial government adversely affected the structure, compositions, and the volume of the India's foreign trade. The state of the India's foreign trade during the British rule is discussed like this: exporter of the primary products and importer of the finished goods. Another way, monopoly control of British rule. And next is the drain of Indian wealth during the British rule. So one by one we just go through about this. Exporter of the primary products and importer of the finished goods. India became an exporter of primary products such as raw silk, cotton, wool, sugar, indigo, jute, etc., and an importer of the finished consumers goods like cotton, silk, and woolen clothes, and capital goods like light machinery produced in the British industry. And the British established the monopoly over the India's foreign trade. More than the half of our trade was with Britain. Other trading partners were China, Sri Lanka, and Paris. So that is the monopoly control of the British rule is there. The opening of the Suez Canal in 1869 served as the direct route of the ship operating between the India and Britain. It means half of the India's foreign trade was restricted to Britain, while the rest was allowed with the few other countries like China, Sri Lanka, and Persia. It means that now it is the Iran. Next, drain of the Indian wealth of the during British rule. Under the British rule, India became an exporter of the primary products, just like raw material, and importer of the finished goods. There was a huge export surplus due to the excess exports. However, the export surplus was used to make payments of the expenses incurred by an office set up by the colonial government in Britain. To meet the expenses on war fought by the British government to import the invisible items. It means India's balance of trade was favorable. There was the export surplus, but that major money or excess money used for the British government only. So India's balance of trade was favorable. There was the export surplus. The export surplus did not bring gold or silver to India. It did not benefit India because the surplus was used to maintain the office set up by the colonial government in Britain, to meet the war expenditure, to import the invisible items. So that is the criteria of the foreign trade policy at the time of the British colonial period. Now the next topic is the demographical condition or demographic profile. What is the demographic condition at the time of the British or colonial period? So demographic condition during the colonial or British rule exhibited all the features of the stagnant and the backward Indian economy. First official census was conducted in the year 1881. Though the suffering from the certain limitations, the census revealed the uneven sense in India's population growth. From 1881 onwards, census operations were carried out after every 10 years. So the demographic condition during the colonial rule described the following points, basically mainly high birth rate and death rate. The birth rate refers to the number of children born per thousand in a year. Death rate refers to number of people dying per thousand person in a year. Both birth rate and death rate were very high at the nearly 48% and 40% thousand respectively. Second is the extremely low literacy rate. The overall literacy level was the less than 16%. Out of these, the female literacy level was at a 7% only. Poor health facility. Public health facility were either unavailable to large mass of population, or when available were highly inadequate. As a result, water and airborne diseases were widespread and took a huge toll of life. High infant mortality rate. So, what is the infant mortality rate? So, infant mortality rate refers to number of infants before reaching 1 year of age per thousand live birth in a year. The infant mortality rate was quite alarming, about 218. It means 280 per thousand. That is a very huge rate, and it contrasts to the infant mortality rate about the 44 per thousand in 2011. Low life expectancy. It means life expectancy refers to the average number of years of which the people are expected to life expectancy was also very low, 44 years. And in 2011 that was among the 68. Widespread of the poverty. There was no reliable data about the extent of the poverty, but there is no doubt that the extensive poverty prevailed in India during the colonial period. The overall standard of living of common people in India was very low, and there was a widespread poverty in the country. So these are the basic, or we can say these are the points we are described for the understand of the demographic profile or demographic condition of during the British rule. So high birth rate and the death rate, low literacy rate, poor health facility, high infant mortality rate, low life expectancy, and widespread poverty. These are the main features of demographic condition and the period of British colonial. The year of the Great Divide, the 1921, is considered as the year of the Great Divide. Before 1921, the population of India was fluctuating, increasing in one census and decreasing in the other. After the 1921, the population never decreased. It shows the continuous increase. So today over and out for this much topic. Today we just see the foreign trade and demographic condition during the colonial period. Tomorrow we will discuss the occupational structure and infrastructure during the colonial period. Thank you and have a nice day.